Welcome back to another incredible and jaw-dropping video where we uncover the untold stories hidden in plain sight right in your pocket change. Today we are diving deep into the mysterious history and astonishing value of the 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a coin that might look ordinary to many but to collectors and experts it is a treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. Now picture this, the year is 1980. America is moving forward economically and culturally, but the United States Mint is still producing billions of Lincoln pennies, and in the midst of this massive production an incredibly rare error slipped through the cracks and made its way into circulation. We are talking about the 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny minted in Philadelphia. Yes, that is right, this coin lacks any visible mint mark under the date, and while that may seem like nothing special, the reality is that this small omission combined with key characteristics has made it one of the most valuable Lincoln cents ever discovered. So let us go back in time for a moment and understand how it all began. In 1909, the Lincoln cent was introduced to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features the iconic bust of President Lincoln facing right, and the reverse from 1909 to 1958 carried the wheat ears design before switching to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. In 1980, the reverse still displayed the Lincoln Memorial design created by Frank Gasparo, but the Philadelphia Mint, which usually produced coins without a mint mark, had been known for releasing billions of pennies each year. However, in 1980, a few extremely rare Lincoln cents with no mint mark were struck with unusual die features, doubling errors, and planchet anomalies that went unnoticed at first. These rare coins began appearing in circulation, and over the years collectors started to recognize their rarity and value. These coins were often mistaken as common pennies, until someone finally examined them closely and noticed the unusual features like a strong strike, clear details, no visible mint mark, and in some cases off-center errors or doubled dies. One of the rarest examples ever found was submitted to a professional coin grading service and came back with a high mint state grade of MS67 red, which means it was not only uncirculated but had a brilliant red luster just like the day it was struck. This specific coin was eventually auctioned for an eye-watering amount of $59,743, and that is not a typo, folks. This single 1-cent coin sold for more than the average annual salary of a hardworking American just because of its rarity, condition, and historical significance. Now you might be wondering, how can you identify if you have one of these rare 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln cents in your own collection or pocket change? Here are some key things to look out for. First, check the date and make sure it reads 1980 with absolutely no mint mark underneath. Next, inspect the condition of the coin. If it has not been damaged, scratched, or discolored and still has a bright reddish tone, it might be worth examining closer. Then look for any signs of doubling, especially around the letters, the date, or Lincoln's profile, and also check for any off-center strike or signs that the coin was improperly aligned during minting. If your coin meets these criteria, then you could be holding a small fortune in the palm of your hand. Collectors are always on the hunt for high-grade rare error coins, and the demand for the 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln cent has only increased over the past decade as more and more people turn to coin collecting as a hobby and even as an investment. Auction houses, coin dealers, and online platforms are filled with eager buyers willing to pay top dollar for verified specimens of this coin, and the prices keep rising with each passing year. In fact, the 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is now considered one of the top 100 most valuable modern pennies in American coin history, and it continues to shock experts and historians alike with its rising market value and growing popularity. But here is the twist: the majority of people who own this coin have no idea what it is truly worth. They spend it like an ordinary penny, use it for vending machines, or toss it into a jar without a second thought, and that is what makes this story so unbelievable, because something so small and overlooked can be worth more than a luxury car or even a down payment on a house. So what can you do now? Well, start by checking your change and your old coin jars. You might just discover a hidden treasure. Take your 1980 pennies out, look closely under good lighting, and if you spot one without a mint mark in pristine condition, it might be time to send it to a coin grading company like PCGS or NGC for professional evaluation. If it comes back with a high mint state grade, you could be sitting on a payday of over $59,000. $1,000 just like that. Remember, coin collecting is not just about rare metals and historical dates, it is about the thrill of discovery, the excitement of finding something valuable, and the chance to connect with American history in the palm of your hand. The 1980 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is proof that even the smallest things in life can hold the biggest surprises. So if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the rarest and most valuable Lincoln pennies ever struck, be sure to hit that like button, share this video with your friends and fellow coin collectors, and subscribe to our channel for more rare coin stories, hidden treasures, and unbelievable values found in everyday pocket change. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, happy hunting. Welcome back to our channel where we explore the hidden treasures in your pocket change, and today we have an extraordinary journey into the world of numismatics as we dive deep into the incredible story of the 1981 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but holds a history and value that could shock even the most seasoned coin collectors around the world. Now, before we go further, take a moment to look into your coin jar or your drawer or even your wallet, because you might be sitting on a coin worth a staggering $78,900. Yes, you heard that right. This humble penny could change your life forever if it turns out to be the rare and valuable 1981 no mint mark Lincoln cent that is now making headlines in the coin collecting world. To begin our journey, let us step back into the year 1981, a time when the world was going through massive change. Ronald Reagan had just taken office as president. The first IBM personal computer was introduced and music was being revolutionized by MTV. But while all this was happening in the world, one small copper coin was quietly being minted and circulated by the United States Mint, a coin that would become one of the most talked about cents in modern numismatic history. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin features the profile of President Lincoln on the obverse, and over the years it has undergone many changes in composition and design, but in 1981 the coin still retained the familiar Lincoln Memorial reverse, which had been used since 1959. However, what sets the 1981 no mint mark Lincoln cent apart from the rest is not just its age or design, but the mysterious absence of a mint mark. Coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint during that era typically did not bear a mint mark, which is why some collectors might overlook them. But here is the twist: while no mint mark coins from Philadelphia are common, certain examples from 1981 have shown rare errors or varieties that make them extremely desirable to collectors. Some of these coins exhibit striking anomalies such as double dies, off-center strikes, and even unique planchet errors, which means mistakes were made during the production process, and these mistakes have elevated the value of these pennies to astonishing levels, with collectors willing to pay thousands, and even tens of thousands of dollars to get their hands on the perfect specimen. Now you might be wondering, how exactly can a coin that was made in such large numbers be worth so much money? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and demand. The rarest coins are usually those with errors that were never meant to be released to the public, combined with the fact that very few of these coins remain in high-grade uncirculated condition, makes the 1981 no mint mark Lincoln penny a hidden gem. Grading is a crucial factor in determining the value of a coin. For example, a 1981 no mint mark Lincoln cent that is graded MS67 or higher by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC can fetch prices well into the five-figure range, and yes, one such coin recently sold for an eye-watering $78,900 in a private auction. But what makes this even more exciting is that coins like this can still be found in everyday circulation. Yes, it is rare but not impossible. People have reported finding valuable Lincoln cents in pocket change, in bank rolls, and even in old jars sitting in closets for decades, waiting to be discovered by someone who knows what to look for to identify a valuable 1981 no mint mark penny. Start by examining the coin under a magnifying glass. Look for clear and bold details on Lincoln's hair, coat, and lettering. A strong strike and shiny luster are signs of a well-preserved coin. Next, check for any signs of errors like doubling on the letters or numbers or misalignment, which could make the coin even more valuable. It is important to handle the coin carefully. Avoid touching the face of the coin with your fingers, as oils from your skin can reduce its condition. Place it in a soft cloth or coin flip, and if you believe you have a high-grade or error coin, consider submitting it to a professional grading service for authentication and grading. The 1981 no mint mark Lincoln penny has become a symbol of how everyday items can hold extraordinary value and history, and its Story continues to inspire collectors and treasure hunters alike, from a simple coin worth 1 cent to a prized collectible worth $78,900. This penny reminds us that hidden wealth can sometimes be found in the most unexpected places, so the next time you find a penny on the ground or receive change at the store, take a closer look. You might just be holding a piece of American history, a coin with a secret story and a future that could be very bright indeed, and who knows, you might be the next lucky person to discover a rare 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln cent worth a fortune. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more incredible stories about rare coins, historical artifacts, and treasures waiting to be discovered. Let us know in the comments if you have checked your pennies lately, and whether you have a rare coin story to share. Until next time, keep hunting, stay curious, and never underestimate the power of a penny. Welcome back to our channel, where today we are diving deep into the incredible and astonishing story of the 1996 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny coin, a coin that seems ordinary at first glance but has a jaw-dropping value and rich history that will leave you absolutely speechless. So make sure you stay with us until the very end of this video, because we are about to uncover every secret, hidden detail, and valuable fact about this little copper-coated coin that collectors are chasing after like buried treasure. Now let us begin with the background of this legendary penny. The 1996 Lincoln cent was minted during a time when the United States Mint was already well into modern coin production techniques, and yet this particular coin has something mysteriously unusual about it, and that is the absence of a mint mark. For those who may not know, a mint mark is a small letter located just under the date of the coin, which indicates where the coin was produced. If you have ever seen a penny with AD, that means it was struck at the Denver Mint, and if it has an S, that is the mark of the San Francisco Mint. But when there is no mint mark at all, that usually means the coin was minted in Philadelphia. However, what makes the 1996 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so incredibly valuable is not simply that it was minted in Philadelphia, but that some of these pennies were minted with extremely rare errors and variations that are almost impossible to find, and yet a few lucky collectors have found them and sold them for thousands upon thousands of dollars. But before we dive into the value, let us talk about the design. On the obverse of this coin, or the head side, you will find the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. This design was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday, and was created by the sculptor Victor David Brenner. His initials, VDB, were originally placed on the reverse side of the coin, but due to controversy they were removed and later restored in a much smaller size on the obverse in 1918, and they have remained there ever since. On the reverse of the 1996 penny you will see the Lincoln Memorial, which was designed by Frank Gasparo and first appeared in 1959 to replace the wheat ears that had been featured on earlier coins. If you look closely at the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse of the coin, you can actually see a tiny image of Lincoln sitting in the center, just like the real-life statue in Washington, D.C. It is an incredible detail that many people never even notice, but collectors admire it greatly. Now let us get to the heart of the story. What is the 1996 no-mint mark Lincoln penny really worth, and why are collectors paying so much for it? Well, the answer lies in a combination of factors, including mintage, rarity, condition, and most importantly, errors that occurred during the minting process. The total number of 1996 Lincoln pennies produced in Philadelphia was in the billions. Yes, you heard that right. Billions with a B. So what makes a particular coin worth more than $49,000? The answer is simple: error coins in perfect condition. Examples: some 1996 no-mint mark Lincoln cents were struck with dramatic and eye-catching minting errors such as double die, obverse, off-center strikes, broad struck errors, and coins struck on foreign planchets. These types of errors are extremely rare, and because of that their value skyrockets. Collectors and grading services alike recognize these errors as key factors in determining the true market worth of a coin. Another factor that contributes to the immense value of this coin is its grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by professional services such as PCGS and NGC, with 70 representing a perfect coin without any visible flaws. Under magnification, a 1996 penny in MS70 condition with no mint mark and an error could easily command tens of thousands of dollars at auction, and this is not speculation, it is based on real sales data and verified public auction records. One verified and graded 1996 no-mint mark Lincoln cent with a dramatic double die and brilliant uncirculated finish recently sold for an eye-watering amount of $49,746 at a private coin collector event, and since then the hunt for similar coins has intensified beyond belief across the country. People are searching their old coin jars, drawers, piggy banks, and rolls of pennies from the bank, hoping to strike gold or rather copper. So what should you be looking for? If you want to find one of these rare and valuable coins, first examine the date. Make sure it says 1996 and has no mint mark. Then check the coin for any doubling, especially on the lettering such as Liberty or I in God We Trust, and also on the numbers in the date. If you notice the letters or numbers have a shadow or appear thicker than normal, you may be holding a double die coin, which is extremely valuable. Next, check if the coin is perfectly centered and round, or if the image and lettering seem pushed off to one side. If the coin looks off-center or appears to be missing part of the rim, it may be an off-center strike, which is another rare and valuable mint error. You can also check the edge of the coin to see if it is unusually wide or missing the regular border. In this case, it may be a broad strike, which is another kind of error. And if you have a small scale, you can weigh the coin. A standard 1996 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If your coin is heavier or lighter, it could have been struck on the wrong metal planchet, which increases its rarity and value tremendously. Now let us talk about the market, and why this coin is currently fetching a price of $49,746. Collectors and dealers are constantly on the lookout for coins in pristine condition, and when an error coin appears in high grade, it can cause a bidding war between high-end collectors and investors. The 1996 no mint mark penny has already made headlines due to multiple six-figure offers for top condition examples. With rare errors, it is also important to note that the coin market in recent years has experienced significant growth due to increased interest from younger generations, new collectors, and online marketplaces. Rare pennies like this one have become hot commodities among those looking for both passion and profit. So if you find one of these rare coins in your pocket change or coin collection, make sure to get it professionally graded and authenticated before selling or trading it. You never know, it might just change your life. And that brings us to the end of this fascinating journey through the history and value of the 1996 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. We hope this video has inspired you to check your change and pay closer attention to the pennies you come across every day. Remember that even the smallest coin can hold a story of immense worth and unexpected fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare, valuable, and historic coins, then make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode of our numismatic adventures. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Welcome back to another exciting and eye-opening episode in the world of rare and valuable coins. Today we are diving deep into a coin that has shocked collectors across the globe with its unbelievable current market value and mysterious history. This is the story of the 2006 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a coin that may look ordinary to the average person but is in fact worth an astonishing $80,945 today. The journey of the 2006 Lincoln penny begins with the familiar face of President Abraham Lincoln, whose portrait first appeared on the 1-cent coin back in 1909 to commemorate his 100th birthday. Since then, the Lincoln cent has gone through numerous changes in design, metal composition, and minting process, but nothing could have prepared collectors for the strange and surprising appearance of the 2006 no mint mark version. Normally, coins minted in Philadelphia bear no mint mark, while coins from Denver have AD and those from San Francisco bear an S. However, in 2006 there were reports of Lincoln pennies with no visible mint mark, exhibiting unusually high striking quality, and some displaying rare and fascinating errors. What set these apart from regular Philadelphia pennies was not just the absence of a mint mark, but the highly collectible features that made them incredibly desirable among numismatists. Some of these rare 2006 Lincoln cents were discovered with off-center strikes, doubling on the date or lettering, and even anomalies in the plating and color. The attention to detail and the flawless condition of these coins caught the eyes of collectors across auctions, dealers, and online marketplaces. Collectors began to suspect that a small batch may have been struck with special dies, or may have even been part of an unintentional mint error release, which adds immense value in the numismatic world. But what truly drives up the value of the 2006 no mint mark Lincoln penny to such incredible heights is the combination of rarity, condition, and demand in the modern coin market. Certified examples in mint state condition, especially those graded MS68 and higher by top grading services such as PCGS or NGC have consistently fetched prices in the tens of thousands, with one particularly pristine coin reaching a record-breaking $80,945 at auction due to its impeccable strike luster and lack of imperfections. The coin features the classic Lincoln Memorial reverse, which had been used since 1959, and would be replaced only 3 years later in 2009 with the new Lincoln Bicentennial Reverse Series. This makes the 2006 edition one of the last few to carry the iconic memorial design, and collectors are constantly looking for transitional pieces from this final phase of the memorial cent era. What makes this coin even more desirable is that it was likely overlooked by millions of people who handled it in their everyday lives, not realizing they were holding a miniature fortune in their palm. For most Americans, the 2006 penny was just another piece of pocket change, but for those with trained eyes and a passion for numismatics, it became a treasure worth seeking. If you think you might have a valuable 2006 Lincoln penny, check for specific details such as flawless surfaces, sharp design elements, no visible damage or scratches, and especially unusual features like doubling die errors or a high-quality proof-like finish. Even without a mint mark, a coin in exceptional condition can make the difference between a coin worth 1 cent and a coin worth nearly $100,000. Experts recommend having your coin professionally graded and authenticated before selling or showcasing it. Always work with reputable dealers or auction houses when dealing with coins of high value, and do your research to understand current trends in the collector market, because prices continue to rise for top-tier examples. So next time you check your change or clean out your coin jar, take a closer look at every single penny, especially those from the year 2006. What might appear to be a simple copper-colored coin could actually be your ticket to a life-changing discovery. With a current market value of $80,945, the 2006 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than just a coin. It is a piece of modern American history hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more incredible stories from the world of rare coins, ancient treasures, and historical currency. You won't believe what some people are carrying in their wallets right now. Turn on notifications so you never miss an update, and leave a comment below if you have found a 2006 penny, or if you want us to cover a specific coin in our next video. Stay curious, stay inspired, and most importantly, always check your change. Welcome back to another exciting episode where we explore rare coins, valuable cents, and hidden treasures that could be lying in your pocket right now. Today we are diving deep into the fascinating history and surprising value of the 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This is not just any ordinary penny. This coin could be worth a small fortune, and its current market value has stunned collectors and numismatic experts across the world, with recent sales reaching as high as $39,746. Now you might be wondering what makes this little coin from 2003 so incredibly valuable. Why would a simple penny that once passed unnoticed through everyday transactions now be considered a rare collectible worthy of tens of thousands of dollars? Well, get ready, because we are about to explore its origins, its design, its mysterious features, and the exact reasons behind its skyrocketing value in today's coin market. Let us start from the beginning. The year was 2003, and the United States Mint released millions of Lincoln 1-cent coins as part of the ongoing Lincoln Penny series. The design of this penny remained unchanged from the 1959 version, featuring the famous profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, which is the front side of the coin. This design was created by Victor David Brenner, a name etched in the annals of numismatic history. The reverse or back side of the coin still showcased the Lincoln Memorial, a design crafted by Frank Gasparo, which had been in place since the late 1950s. Most 2003 Lincoln pennies were struck either in Philadelphia or Denver, which would normally result in the appearance of a mint mark, either a small P or a D, placed just under the date on the obverse side. However, the special 2003 penny that has caught the attention of collectors has no mint mark at all. This no mint mark anomaly instantly sets it apart from the millions of others, and collectors have determined that this absence may be due to a rare die error or even a highly limited production run in Philadelphia, where mint marks are often omitted, but certain combinations of die and planchet flaws made this one unusually valuable. Now let us talk about what truly makes this 2003 no mint mark Lincoln penny so rare and valuable. Apart from the missing mint mark, which already makes it an uncommon find, certain versions of this coin have been discovered with other striking features that enhance their value. These features include off-center Strikes, doubled dies, repunch dates, die cracks, and even unusual discoloration or toning that occurred during the minting process. Such errors are not always visible to the untrained eye, but to a numismatic expert these small flaws can significantly increase a coin's market appeal. One such 2003 penny with no mint mark and a stunning double die obverse was auctioned for an unbelievable amount of $39,746. The sale shocked the coin community and inspired a wave of treasure hunts across households, flea markets, and coin shops. People started checking their old change jars, hoping to stumble across one of these seemingly ordinary yet historically important pennies. What adds even more intrigue to the story is the fact that these pennies are not flashy or made of precious metals. They are primarily made of copper-plated zinc and weigh about 2.5 grams, but what gives them immense value is their rarity, historical relevance, and the passionate demand among collectors, especially when preserved in mint or near mint condition. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC as MS65 or higher fetch even greater prices in the coin collecting world. As of now, the current market value of the rarest 2003 no mint mark Lincoln penny in pristine condition stands firmly at $39,746, and the demand does not seem to be slowing down. In fact, as more people become aware of these hidden gems, their value might continue to rise, making them even more of a treasure. So what should you do right now if you are excited about the possibility of owning or discovering a 2003 no mint mark penny? First, go through your spare change, pay close attention to the year, and check the space below the date on the obverse side. If there is no mint mark and the coin looks particularly unique, or off-center, or shiny, or doubled, it might be worth sending it in for professional grading. You could be holding a tiny piece of American minting history worth thousands of dollars in your hand. It just takes a careful eye, a little patience, and some curiosity to unlock the value of coins that have long been taken for granted. Before we end today's episode, let us remember that coin collecting is not just a hobby, it is a journey through time and history. Every coin tells a story, every flaw has meaning, and every rare find holds the potential to change someone's life. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2003 no mint mark Lincoln penny, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon so you never miss out on more incredible stories about coins that are worth a lot of money. Share this video with friends and family, because who knows, someone you know might be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. Stay curious, stay informed, and keep checking your change, because the next valuable coin could be right under your nose. See you in the next video. Welcome back everyone to another fascinating and exciting video where today we will uncover the hidden secrets and surprising facts behind one of the most mysterious and valuable coins in American history, the 1982 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This tiny copper piece that many people may ignore or toss aside without a second thought could be the key to unlocking thousands, and in some cases even tens of thousands of dollars, if you know what to look for and why this coin is such a hot topic in the numismatic world. Now, before we dive into the incredible value and market trends of this coin, we need to understand the historical background and why the year 1982 was one of the most transitional and significant periods for the Lincoln penny. You see, 1982 was not just another average year in coin production, it was a year that saw major changes in the composition of the penny, the use of mint marks, and the way coins were struck and manufactured by the United States Mint. Prior to 1982, the Lincoln penny was made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc, but due to the rising cost of copper, the United States Mint made a critical decision to switch the composition to a primarily zinc-based coin with only a thin copper plating. This meant that in 1982 alone, both copper and zinc versions of the penny were being produced simultaneously. This change opened up a unique window in coin history that collectors and experts still analyze and debate to this very day, but the real story that makes the 1982 penny so special lies in the fact that multiple variations were minted that year. There were 7 known varieties, including large dates, small dates, copper and zinc compositions, and most importantly, mint marks, or in some cases the absence of a mint mark. And that is where the true treasure is found, in the elusive 1982 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Now, what does no mint mark mean for those new to collecting coins? A mint mark is a tiny letter on the coin that tells us where the coin was minted. Coins with a D are from the Denver Mint, coins with an S are from the San Francisco Mint, and those with no mint mark were minted in Philadelphia. However, not all coins from Philadelphia were made equal, and that is what makes the 1982 no mint mark penny incredibly rare and desirable. Among the variations that came out in 1982, there exists a particular version that is a small date made of copper and was minted in Philadelphia without any mint mark. This version was not officially confirmed or widely recognized when it first appeared, which adds to the mystery and rarity of this coin. Some experts believe that only a very small number were produced due to testing, transitional errors, or oversight in the minting process. This has made the 1982 no mint mark Lincoln penny one of the most sought after and discussed coins in American penny collecting history. Finding one is like striking gold, and the value continues to skyrocket as collectors around the world compete to own one of the few known specimens. Now let us talk about the money, because this coin is so rare and unique. Its value is truly astonishing. In recent auctions, certified examples of this penny have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. One such coin, graded and authenticated by a reputable coin grading service, was sold for an unbelievable price of $38,272. Yes, you heard that right, this single penny fetched a price that could buy you a brand new car, pay off a large debt, or even put a down payment on a house. What makes it even more incredible is that this coin could be sitting right now in your change jar, your piggy bank, or your old coin collection, hidden away and waiting to be discovered. The key is to carefully examine all your 1982 pennies, especially those without a mint mark, and check for the small date and copper composition combination. So how do you tell if your 1982 penny is copper or zinc? Well, one way is to weigh it. A genuine copper penny from 1982 should weigh around 3.1 grams, while a zinc version weighs about 2.5 grams. You will need a precise digital scale to test this, and it is absolutely worth the investment if you are serious about checking your change. If you find a 1982 penny with no mint mark that has a small date and weighs around 3.1 grams, then congratulations, you may have stumbled upon a rare treasure worth thousands. But remember to have your coin authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service such as PCGS or NGC to confirm its authenticity and value. As time goes on and more people learn about this rare penny, the number of uncirculated and undamaged examples will only decrease, which means the value is likely to rise even higher in the future. This is why experts strongly advise collectors and even casual hobbyists to double-check their coin jars and old penny rolls. You never know what you might find. So there you have it, folks. The 1982 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than just a tiny piece of copper. It is a historical artifact, a mystery of American minting, and a potential jackpot all rolled into one. This story teaches us that even the smallest and most ordinary-looking objects can hold incredible value and historical significance. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another update about rare, valuable, and fascinating coins just like this one. Leave us a comment below and let us know if you have ever come across a rare 1982 penny or any other coin that surprised you with its value. We love hearing your stories and sharing knowledge with fellow collectors around the world. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep your eyes open, your change checked, and your passion for history and coin collecting alive.